Good morning again, ladies. Welcome to today's online meetup group for the Mind, Body, Spirit Network clan, the High Vibe Tribe, I call you, of which anyone is invited to join and learn about their online marketing and topics of higher consciousness, hence the High Vibe Tribe. Today we are talking about how to create successful Facebook ads. And there are so many pieces to the puzzle in marketing. And I don't want to make this overwhelming or tedious, but Facebook ads can be super simple. But I keep hearing in the, people that are trying Facebook ads are not having an easy go of it. So I want to kind of address each piece of the puzzle and what it is that you need to understand when it comes to marketing on Facebook. And this is what I'm trying to do in the Mind, Body, Spirit Network is start from the ground up. Let's start with the basics so that when we're ready to get into Facebook marketing, we've already covered the foundational pieces of it. So I'm going to ask some questions that I had in my little event posting. So the first thing you want to be aware of is what is your objective for using Facebook marketing? Like, just don't randomly go and start running ads if you have no objective. And fortunately, Facebook is going to ask you what your objective is, so you can't skip over that. But you need to understand there can be many objectives for Facebook marketing. The basic one for me is lead generation. And for most of my clients, we just want to start generating leads. As your business grows and you have a little more marketing dollars to put towards it, it's a great idea to run brand awareness ads. And that's what I'm doing for the Mind, Body, Spirit Network. I just want people to be aware of the network, what we're offering, and understanding, what's going on here. I just want to send people to the website to learn more about what's going on here. Another objective is just to drive traffic to your website, because it's getting more difficult and more expensive to drive organic SEO driven, like Google search driven traffic to your website if you don't know SEO, for one. And you don't understand, most of my clients are not going to be running Google AdWords because it's a little more complicated. It doesn't have to be, but I find it, I think I'm the barometer of how hard things are. And if I find it cumbersome and not intuitive, then I would think most of my clients, I'm going to tell you, don't go there. You got to hire someone who knows what the bleep they're doing with Google AdWords. Same with Facebook ads for that matter, because it just keeps getting more sophisticated. So other driving objectives would be drive traffic to a video. That's a great strategy because video converts. And video, you just cut to the chase. You don't have to have someone read a blog. They're just going to get to know you. And if you're like a coach, so let's cut to the chase. Get to know me, see me, hear me, feel me. I think that's a song. All right, so that could be objectives of Facebook ads. It's not just lead generation. It's brand awareness. It's driving traffic to a really juicy blog and a video. And that's part of the strategy of the network is that I interview people. Like I interviewed Marie yesterday, and we're writing a Q&A feature article about her, and we've done this for many of our members already. And my intention is to use this piece of content as a brand awareness strategy so that people just see you and hear you on video and they read about you and they have the opportunity to generate a lead. If you do nothing else, I think this is a fantastic starter kit without trying to do a lot of lead generation. It's just general awareness. And I'm noticing that, and Deborah has acknowledged it as well because we're running ads for her, is when you realize you're spending money to get seen and someone will sit and watch a video of you, that's worth a lot. It's worth a ton to get people to see you on video. So that's the content that I'm encouraging my beginners to use in the attempts to get brand awareness and start generating some leads. All right. So when you're going to run a Facebook ad and you have an objective, how do you know who's making all that noise? Is that a kitty? It's not you. Can everyone mute themselves? I'm going to mute all. There you go. We're all muted. All right. Because we're hearing kitties or something in the background. Squeaky wheels. All right. So you have an objective to run your Facebook ad. What are you going to send people to? Are you going to send them to a video or a blog, right? Are you going to send them to a lead capture page? You just want to send them someplace where they can give you their email and you give them something in return. Those are all good strategies. But how do you know that the audience you're targeting wants that? You know, people are putting out ads and they have no market awareness. They're just putting stuff up and with a wing and a prayer, possibly. Or they know what people want. And when I get started with my network members, I do keyword research first. I mean, hello, who doesn't use Google here? Who doesn't Google everything? Google is all search driven, and Google is everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, it's all keyword driven. And the reason I start with that is because we're trying to do business on the internet. It's not a mystery. Why look elsewhere? Why not start there? Why not start with keyword research? Let's see what people want. So this is the foundational basics to anything I do online. If I'm going to offer a product, let's make sure there's any interest first. You know, I was talking to Johanna about what she wants to do. And I have a feeling that if we go in a different door for her, she'll be surprised that there could be a lot of interest to look at things a different way. Because we all get set in our mind about what we want and how we're going to do it. I'm the queen of that. I see my crown? I'm the queen of doing it my way. But why not go in where the doors are wide open? Right? The doors are open here. They're shut over there. No one even knows what the hell you're talking about. You know, some of my clients have unusual offerings. And I like that you want to word it this way, but you know what? Online, there's no one's going to get it and they're not looking for you. So this is how I begin to understand and help my clients know what people want. And I'm working with Marie Knight right now, and I have an awareness, and I did keyword research that I said, Marie, if you know EFT, that's a great opening right now, especially if you like to do it. Okay? So keyword research is going to open up the doors and lay out the kind of blueprint and a map for where to start. Least resistance. Let's find high search volume. Financial viability is another key point of that. And this is how you can understand where to begin in your offering. If it's a lead magnet, if it's a video, if it's a blog, let's create content that already has a ton of search and interest and financial viability. So I'm trying to help you understand, let's not start, it's fun to just wing stuff at Facebook and test it out. And then when you fail, or you don't have to fail, but if you do, this could be one of the problems right here. You have no market awareness of what people want or how to go about getting to them. So that's a big roadblock you want to clear the way for. Here comes the snowplow. Let's clean that mess up and make sure we're heading in the right direction with those Facebook ads. It's all, when I do it, I base it on research first. I'm let's go to the river. Johanna, what would that element be when I'm going with the river? You can unmute yourself. What would that be? What's this element that we're talking about?
You're talking about the water element.
Oh, is that part of marketing?
But you know what? It depends. It's a little more simple and more complex, so I don't.
Okay. I just wanted to, just acknowledge you that there's an answer in that realm that you're doing. All right, cool. I'm going to mute you again in case the kitty comes back. All right. So the next roadblock for people probably is that they don't know how to target an audience. How do you build an audience on Facebook? There's a way to do it. And I've been doing it for a while now, and I kind of get it because my intuition is pretty good with this stuff now because I've been doing it so long. So if you're not successful in your Facebook ads, it's because you got the wrong message in front of the wrong audience. Or maybe you have the right audience, but you're not speaking to them properly. You're not using the words that they would use. You're not answering the problems that they want answered right now. So you got to take a look at the audience when you build it. And when I build an audience for beginners, we certainly look at interests, for example. And I'll use Deborah's current Facebook ad that we're doing now. And Deborah is offering an online meditation group every week. So when I created the audience for her, we're certainly going to go after people that are interested in meditation for sure. People that are interested in the Chopra meditations, the Chopra Institute, and like-minded type of offerings. Then I create a subset of an audience. And I want this audience to be people that'll pay to go take classes online. Let's cut to the chase. Let's cut out everyone who has no interest in doing something online. That's the next level of building an audience. It's let's go at them here and let's fine tune that audience so that they actually have an affinity to doing something online. And then there's other ways to go at it. And as a beginner, you just kind of have to guess, but that keyword research is going to help. And when I do keyword research, other websites and other companies kind of show up in my search so that I know, we got to follow these guys. You kind of want to piggyback off of an audience that's already developed. So this is something that you would look into if I were to help you. And if you do it your own, you got to think deeper. You got to really think deep and narrow that audience as best you can without getting too small. If the audience gets too small, Facebook is going to tell you it's too small. Broaden your reach, okay? The next thing that many beginners will do is they're going to ask too much of their audience. They're going to run an ad, and they're going to try to sell a $1,000 program to a cold audience. They don't even know you. No one's going to necessarily say hell yes unless they get engaged in a really engaging video with you and whatever. So you got to pay attention to what you're asking. If it's a cold audience, you got to just offer something of tremendous value for which you ask not much of anything. Like you're just going to send them to a blog post, or you're just going to send them to a value-driven video about you. That's it. And then you'll have a little place where maybe they can connect with you, or they can opt in for a lead. But you don't want to ask for anything. You just want to give to a cold audience. If you're dealing with a warm audience, this is someone who has already been to your website and they've maybe already seen stuff that you have to offer. Now you can go a little bit further and maybe offer a low dollar amount class, like what Cheryl's offering. You know, it's a $20 a month, join her online group. That's a great offer to make to a warm audience, which she's going to do to her email list and to people that follow her on Facebook, and an audience that was built with retargeting pixels that we put on her website. So that's a little more advanced knowledge, but I have Facebook retargeting pixels on Cheryl's website and on her landing pages so that we're building an audience in the background of people that already know her. And this is where I would send ads. I wouldn't go to some cold audience with her online marketing classes. I'm going to go to those retargeting audiences that already know her. Okay. And then lastly is a hot audience, and that is the audience that has already bought from you. They're your best opportunities every day. The more you can sell to your current clients, they're 20 times more likely to buy from you than anyone else. You got to really hammer that home, and I have to hammer that home to myself, because you always think more, when the people that are already in your sphere are way more likely to buy from you than anybody else. So make sure you're not asking too much of your audience, right? I'm going to say it again. If you're going to try to sell a $1,000 product to a cold audience, that's a tough sell. It's a waste of money. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done, but people need to know you first, and that's you butter them up with video and blogs, for example, or whatever it is that you want to offer for free. Okay. Next thing, when you select images for your Facebook ads, make sure it makes sense. And you want to test images. And I test images all the time because it's fun for me. I call it like the Kentucky Derby. I've got these 5 images and they're all lining up. And then the gates open. Wah! And off they're running, and I watch my stats. I'm like, oh my God, look at that image. It's running ahead. But then it falls back and it falls back. And this other one comes ahead and then one falls back. And I'm like, holy crap, this is totally like the Kentucky Derby. And I'm a Facebook picture junkie. But it's bottom line is some images just outperform others. And we're running Deborah's ads right now. And I did 5 images. And they were all just like the Kentucky Derby, one here, and then they come back, and then they go ahead, and they come back. You know, it's this back and forth jockeying for position all the time. And then suddenly, the clear winner bursts out in front. Big time. It's Secretariat. This one image stands out dead ahead. And interestingly enough, her second place image was of her. And you don't want to discount using you as that image in that ad. And I found when I did ads, my image always won the race. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm not sure, but I'm testing images like that. And you need to test them. But her second place image was not converting to leads, which is interesting. It's like the first place image is getting much higher click-throughs and it's generating leads. I don't know why. So it's just interesting to see. But you got to make sure that that image makes sense to the message. Don't throw in, you know, a naked woman. This is what a guy would do to sell whatever. Some, you know, marketing. To sell, you know, website design. I don't know. Just because that you think you're going to go for the low-hanging fruit, that necessarily doesn't make sense. Okay, so make sure the image makes sense. All right. And of course, the copy in the headline, your calls to action all have to make sense. You got to tell people what to do when you're running ads. Don't make them guess. And now Facebook has the buttons that tell you. They have call to action buttons now, which is, it's kind of old now, but it came to light maybe 2 years ago that they added call to action buttons so you don't miss your call to action. You definitely want to call to action on those Facebook pages. And then you want to take a look at where are you sending your audience? Are you sending them to a website, a landing page, a video, whatever? And how measurable is that page you're sending them to, which is why I really encourage you to create specific landing pages for any Facebook ad campaign that you do because it's measurable. And I use lead pages to create my landing pages so I can see what's going on. And I will typically split test a landing page because I find that one image can outperform another image, you know, significantly. And I have an example on the Mind, Body, Spirit Network. There's a little pop-up that invites you to get our Mind, Body, Buzz newsletter. And I had a picture of a Buddha, and then I had a picture of this happy woman with pink and flowers. And I love both images, but the Buddha converted 7 times, 10 times more than the happy lady. And you got to split test that. And when you're running money to it, you got to know that if you can up that conversion rate just by changing the image, hell yeah, you want to do it. You want to split test it. So that's the next step is like, where are you sending them and how can you measure the convertibility of that particular landing page? And you can do it. It's hard to do. Well, it's not hard to do. If you always have a lead capture, which we do on our network video, when we send people to the video interview and the Q&A blog on the same page of the network, there's a lead capture option. So I can see that it's converting or it's not converting. So you always want a way to measure how things are converting and to split test it too so that you can fine tune that page. And that's a key part in more advanced marketing is you're going to start split testing your pages, especially when you're running money. And if something converts 75% better than another, then it's a good thing to know. Like shut down that other image that nobody wants to see, right? Don't waste your money on that. Okay. Another part of an important, successful Facebook ad is how much you spend on each ad. Facebook has a minimum now of $5 a day per ad. And you can still split test an ad on $5 a day. So I'll run an ad at $5 a day that has 5 images. But $5 a day is a tough one to get any traction on. And I've spoken to several other Facebook marketers who have all said the same thing, and I felt the same thing without talking to them, that 15 a day to 20 a day is really what you need to get any traction. And the minute I upped it, I started to get traction. And when you first start running Facebook ads, let's say you're trying to optimize for leads, that cost per lead is high for the first couple of days because it's trying to figure out what you want. Facebook's algorithms are working with how the audience is responding. Are people sharing and commenting and liking? Are they converting to leads? So Facebook is measuring it. And as it understands your audience, their intention is to get that conversion rate as low as possible for you. And I feel that that's really, truly their intention because they want their business to succeed and they want marketers to stick with them. So they're doing us a huge favor, if you ask me, as a marketer. It's way more of a favor than running print ads in a newspaper, let me tell you. And I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on print ads where I can't measure a darn thing or target my audience. So that's why I love Facebook. So if you're going to run a successful Facebook ad, and if I were to do it for Marie, for example, I'd tell Marie we're going to run, these are just brand awareness and lead capture ads. There's a couple of intentions going on. We're going to optimize for leads. That cost per lead is typically very high for the first week, but it goes down every day. It could be as high as $25. But then it starts to go down because there's movement, dynamic energies going on with people responding to the ad, sharing, commenting, liking, and opting in. So I'd like to run, at least 15 to 20 a day for the first 10 days. And then if it's just a branding kind of awareness campaign, we can back off on that to $5 or $10 a day, whatever you feel like. It's not going to generate a lot of leads, but it's a good starter kit for brand awareness. And if someone can hear you on video, that's huge, because you're weeding out people that you don't want as clients, which is a good thing. You want people to want you. There's a song about that. I want you to want me. I need you to need me. Whatever. Okay, I digress. So, bottom line, if you're going to run Facebook ads, $10 a day is better than $5. $5 is okay for branding purposes. I'm okay with that. But I had to start with 15 to 20 a day just to get the traction on it, like what I'm running to the network. I'm running awareness ads. I'm going to back up and I have that running in the background because I always got visibility. That's what I want. And then I'll start running some other ads. Lead generation really requires, 300 a month minimum. 500 is much better. And other marketers that have done this a lot longer than I have said the same thing. The more you spend, if you can get up to 1,000 a month, and I know that's out of the realm of most of you here, but when and if you can get there, the return on investment is much greater, and it works. Just FYI. You can plant that seed and we'll fertilize it so it can grow to that possibility. Okay. Another thing to think about is a lot of people, and this happened to me, as I started running in ads, I was paying $60 a lead. I'm like, holy crap, this is not sustainable. I can't run this $60 a lead. And I didn't know that I had to run it longer so Facebook could catch on to what I wanted. So I stopped it immediately and didn't know any better. But then when I found out that you have to run it, then I see proof in the pudding every time I do it. Starts off high, Facebook understands what we want, the lead cost per lead starts to go down, and then it kind of settles out And for most of my clients, we're paying about $1.75 a lead. That's what it's kind of panning out to. However, I'm finding in my analytics, and I do need to study this more, that when we're running ads to the blog post about the featured article of the network member with the video, the cost per lead is running higher, like $7 or $8. And I'm understanding why that is, and that is because there's a video there. And it's not a lead magnet. There's a lead magnet built into the page, but it's really driven to provide information and get to know the person. So there's a higher cost per lead, but and it still has to be tested to see how well these leads convert versus running ads to a lead magnet only. And I get a much lower cost per lead when I run ads to lead magnets where they're just opt-ins, there's no video, versus 3 or 4 times the cost per lead when I'm running it to a video, blog, lead magnet combination. But the value of someone seeing you on video, I feel, is worth that extra cost because you're really fine-tuning who they are, what you offer. So I haven't, the proof is in the pudding, and I have to run ads separately to see the conversion. And I haven't got that far because that's a lot of work and testing to do. But, as I'm doing it in a group, I'm just feeling what I think it matters. And I feel like, to have like a low budget, visibility only and lead magnet ad running for you at a low cost, maybe $150 to $300 a month is worthwhile just to get you going. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to take too much longer. The next important piece of the puzzle is like, okay, is that landing page converting, or are people turned off and leaving? Next step is, if you're gathering leads, you've got to have that email automation stream up and going and making sure that people are actually opening the emails. And you got to look at your conversion right there. Are you losing people? They're not opening the emails. It's saying that your message is off. They're not interested in what you're offering. So far, I think all of my clients have very high open rates. And average open rate, industry averages are like 12 to 17% open rates for most industries. If you're highly targeted, most of my clients are getting 50% open rates. That's a good sign. It's saying that you're on target, people are interested in you. And because they don't buy doesn't mean they're not going to buy. And you got to remember, it's a process. It's not just, we all want instant gratification, and it not is necessarily going to happen if you're not aligned with that. So you got to take a look at those open rates in your emails. And so far, the funnels for all of my clients are exceptional, all the way up to the point where we start to convert. And most of the people I've talked to in the marketing world say you got to give it 3 to 6 months. Not that you won't convert some people, but people need to get to know you, period. You need to have brand awareness. You need to be available so people can see you. Just like when I had a store in Boston, people walked by the store every day, and eventually they walked in. They didn't buy every time, but then they came back. Because you got to remember that not everyone's ready for you now, but they're keeping you in your email because down the line they want to talk to you and buy from you. So it's a relationship building effort, and it's a long-term effort. You can't be short-sighted about it. If you're going to invest in your business, you got to invest in visibility. And I love Facebook for that. And the opportunity to be on a video and in front of people is huge. Priceless, as they would say in MasterCard world. Okay. And then, of course, lastly, the whole piece of this puzzle is, once you have the leads, you've got to continue talking and nurturing those leads. You cannot let them go cold. And when you realize you paid for them, you're going to be like, yes, I want to keep talking to them. So you have to have an ongoing email marketing strategy to support your business and keep communicating with people, and forget the notion that you're annoying anybody. If you are, they'll unsubscribe and they weren't right for you anyway. It's okay. I have unsubscribes every day and I'm like, cool. I'm actually happy because I'm getting people energies out of the way that don't want to work with me. I'm like, good. It's kind of like dust in the closet, right? Clothing you're never going to wear, get rid of it. So, all right, I am going to, let's have any questions. That's it for this Facebook, how to have successful Facebook ads. There's a lot of super successful Facebook marketers out there. And most of them are super successful because they're telling you how to do Facebook ads, right? Which is a good thing. But we want to, there are pieces of every puzzle that you need to understand. And if you're not succeeding, it could be one of these items is a roadblock. All righty. All right, so I want to take questions from anybody. Hold on, Marie. Let me unmute everybody. And okay, Marie, what's your question?
My question is, when we do those particular, like any kind of advertisement, where do we direct the customer to? Do we direct them to the network ad, web that we have, or our personal website?
I would not recommend that you run Facebook ads to your website. Okay. I would recommend, for you, Marie, I would run a Facebook ad to the interview I just did with you and the blog post that Amber is going to write about you. Or we could run an ad to the PTSD blog that you did, but I wouldn't run it without a video from you as well. So we could run strictly ads targeting people that need help with PTSD, and I would run it to that blog. And then there would be a lead capture opportunity for people to opt in for the EFT tapping that they can do right away to help.
Well, the three videos that I sent you for my beginning of my lead, that's all got to do with EFT and trauma. So that would be perfect with that blog.
It's going to go with that blog for sure when it's done.
Yeah.
And those three videos are going to be delivered in your email automation stream.
Okay.
That's how they'll see it.
Okay.
All right. And we'll send it, they'll go to YouTube to watch it.
Okay.
Maybe. I'll think about that. But for now, they're going to go to YouTube to watch those videos. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to need to, and we're going to talk about this when we have time, you're going to need to fill out the title and description of those blogs with a hyperlink for how to reach you. Because you want...
Yeah, I didn't know how to do that either.
Okay, we're going to go over that when we get together.
Now, can they? Because I can post those videos on my personal website.
Yeah, so you can.
Instead of going to YouTube, it would be easier for them to find it on just a website.
I would rather you point them to the website. Make sure you write about each video though too. So there's a written and the video part of that. And make sure there's a call to action at the end of on that page somewhere. Call me, schedule an appointment, whatever.
Okay.
Which is kind of why I want you to reconsider that that scheduling software. Cheryl, you find that super helpful. Would you say that I kind of feel like having that ability to click on a button to schedule an appointment without having to talk to somebody it removes a roadblock for someone who may not want to talk to you. They just want to.
I had asked you that because I wondered if it was my little conservative way of doing business. Was it more profitable? Do people apt to? Maybe they do tend to make an appointment quicker if they just press a button.
I kind of feel that may be the case. Cheryl, do you have a feeling on that?
I do like having a scheduling calendar. I think it even gives them more flexibility of what works for them, in their schedule, because then they can see what works for you, what works for them.
And it's instant. Yeah, it's quick.
And it's quick, right? You don't have to go back and forth in emails or a phone conversation. Let me check my calendar. Let me check yours.
Yeah.
I think you remove a roadblock by doing that for people that don't want to admit they have problems, for example. Mm-hmm. They just want to make the appointment and do it and not fumble on they'll have more courage to do it that way than facing you maybe. You know what I mean? Or talking to you.
Yeah. So can you add that in there?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone I'm working with is using Acuity Scheduling, and I use it. I love it. And it's $10 a month. And as a marketer, it's tracking stuff, which I love. We can track. I can build a specific appointment type for your blog, for example, so that when someone schedules through that appointment type, I know they're coming from your blog. And we want to know that. It's like, oh, cool. This blog is working. That's how it tells me, is it working or not? So I do love Acuity Scheduling. And when and if you get that set up, I want to know, Marie, and I'll just make an appointment type that I will make specific to your blogs and landing pages so that we know where it's coming from versus your own website.
And I'll know, and I'll be able to go on there and change dates as they fill up on my end.
Well, availability is you set the availability, and then as they fill up, everyone's going to see it.
Okay, so let's say I have a client in Biddeford that I get, not on the online, but
yeah, you go ahead and add it.
Okay.
Yeah, you add it, and then try to, train your clients to start using it. And I think, Cheryl, you've been successful at doing that. Everyone uses it, right? No problem.
Yeah, no problem. It's been pretty easy.
Yeah. So, and you can send a link in an email, Marie, to your scheduling page. You can say, here, I know you want to schedule an appointment. I missed your call. Here's a link. Go ahead and schedule the time that you want. You can do that. All right. Any other questions about Facebook ads or about anything in general? It's fine with me.
So
Liz,
yeah.
Go ahead, Barbara.
well, I came in just as you were talking about a logo design.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
99, the number 99designs.com.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
It's a bidding
Yeah.
thing, which I love.
Yeah.
You cannot get that many design options for $400, let me tell you. And I, as a designer, wouldn't do it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But people that do it understand that once you find a designer, you stick with them. And then, you do other projects with them. So this is their lead in to getting clients for those designers.
Yeah.
Kana?
Could you mention anything about Facebook Pixel?
Oh, the tracking pixel. Yes. It's called a retargeting tracking pixel. And it's a little snippet of code that you want to place on your website. And are you using a WordPress for a website, Kana? Okay. So you've got to create a Facebook ad manager for yourself. And in fact, I can show you this on my screen. Hold on one second. Share my screen. Hold on. Okay, let me get this junk out of the way. So I'm in my Facebook ad manager right now. And up here in the left-hand corner, if I mouse over it, I'm going to see pixels right here. And it's going to give me code to put in my Facebook, in my WordPress site. And it's going to tell you where to place it. And it's going to create a tracking pixel for you, and there's only one, so it's pretty easy to do. And then over here is, I'm not seeing my code. Facebook and Google are always changing how you find stuff. So if you just look for support, it's going to give you a code. All right. Well, there's my pixel ID there. Now I don't know how to figure out where the code is because maybe I already have it. Darn it. So anyway, I can show you real quick in a WordPress website where you would place the code. Well, it depends. Do you have a theme, Kana?
Yes.
Your theme might have a place to put the code.
Okay.
If you look in the theme settings.
Okay.
If you don't have it, you're going to place it in the code of the, and this might make you nervous to do. Look in your theme though. There's also plugins that will that helps you. It's kind of retargeting plugins. That'll be a plugin that says, here, put your Facebook tracking code here, put your Google Analytics tracking code here. That is probably the easiest way for you, but your theme may have it as well. All right, look in the theme first, because you don't want to add all these plugins if you don't need to. And I'm just going to show you real quick. My theme has it. So if I go to my theme here, and I go to theme options, and my computer's dragging a little, sorry gang. And there's all these options in my theme. It's kind of sophisticated. Mm-hmm. And there's some advanced options down here.
Yep.
All right. And I can kind of show you tracking codes right here. Yep. So here's tracking codes. And my Facebook one is here. That's what the code looks like. And you just copy and paste it and put it in these little areas on your website. The one above here is my Google Analytics code. So they're both in there. And if you don't have this in your theme, you would go to Appearance, and this is all being recorded, Editor. And this is where you're messing around with code. So this may not be a happy place for you to go. All right. And it's going to tell you to go into the header section over here, header.php. You go into that, and it's going to tell you to put it between the header tags, which is, this is the open header tag here. This is the closed header tag. And I would come in here, like right here at the end of this code, and I make a space, and I'd control paste that pixel right there.
Okay.
If you're not sure where to put it, same with, you would just put it right above this closing header tag, so you don't have to worry that you're interfering with any other code.
Great.
And if that should work, that's how you do it. All right. And then you would update the file. All right. So that's how that happens.
And would you put that on the landing page and the other pages too?
You only put it once in your website. It's capturing all the other pages.
Okay.
Okay. In the network, however, as an example, every one of my pages allows me to put custom code in it, which is a theme-specific thing, which is good for me because everyone has their own code. You too, Connor. When you're ready, I want to put your custom code on your page. So if we ever run ads together, it's going to pick up that someone came to this page and start building your audience. And Google Analytics will start populating for you with your code. So we don't have that on your page yet, but I am doing that for others. It's placing that tracking code specifically for you in the network.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not ready to run the ad yet, but
I know.
But I can open that manager, right?
Yeah, definitely do that. Get that started.
But it doesn't cost me anything.
No, it's free.
Just to open my.
Yep. And start placing your pixel code now, because you're going to start building a custom audience with it.
Okay.
And anyone that's on Facebook and visits your website, they're going to pick up on that, which is huge. That's a great piece of data and asset building capability. So, okay. Any other questions there, Connor?
Thank you.
All right.
No, this is exactly what I wanted to see.
Good. Okay, good. I'm glad that was helpful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So it's all on the recording here. You can just follow it. But you got to find that code in Facebook. I don't know why it's hard to find right now, but I don't want to waste time on that. All right. Any other questions? I think we're good. All right. Thank you, ladies. I forget what next week's topic is. I'll come up with something. Unless anyone has a topic they want me to cover. Any interest in topics that you'd like me to cover next week? Kana? You can step into your power and claim what you want there, honey. I'm happy to
I
share.
think everybody's already taken care of with the email sequence, right?
Yeah, we could do it again, though, because Marie needs help with it.
Yeah.
Would you like to do the email automation thing again?
What do you think, everyone?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Or anything else?
Okay, that's fine with me to do email automation. I'll look at my list. Maybe I'll put it. I'll ask today on the Facebook group and see what.
Okay.
I'll give you a little options. How's that? And I'll call you out so you know you got to answer. All right, ladies, I'm going to stop the recording.